All right. Hello and welcome to our Spotlight on series. I'm Emma Lawson. I've been at the Eagle for a year and a half. Normally I cover local government, but whenever I can, I love to reach out to some local actors and talk about some of the theater stuff that's happening here and about. So I hear we've got a really cool show coming up at the theater company. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell me, what part are you playing in The Sound of Music?
My name is Audrey Cook, and I'm playing Maria.
My name is Dustin Kemp, and I'll be playing Captain Von Trapp.
And I've got to say, Sound of Music was one of my favorite movies growing up, so I am really excited for this one. I'm guessing, did you guys also know about The Sound of Music before you went into this musical?
Yeah, I think I knew about it. I'd seen the movie a few times, and I was in choir and music all throughout my life in grade school, and so we sang some songs from the musical. Yeah.
Yes, I had seen the movie growing up, and then I also played one of the Von Trapp children when I was in 8th grade.
Oh, nice.
So
Which one?
I played Brigitte.
Brigitte,
yeah,
nice.
So it's very full circle, and it all came back very quickly, so it's been very fun.
Yeah, for sure. And how would you explain your characters to, I don't think this is even a thing, but anyone who has never heard of The Sound of Music before, is there a part of your character that you relate to, maybe?
She's a bit of a rebel, and she's very free-spirited, and I think that's how my parents would probably describe me. I have 3 sisters, and I am the more rebellious and playful one.
So you got a Von Trapp family of your own is what it sounds like.
But she is someone who's very easy to root for. I feel like she's kind of a peacemaker, but also not afraid to speak her mind. And I relate to that, I think, as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I will say I never imagined playing Captain Von Trapp. I look back at the last role that I played at the theater company. I played Dr. Frankenfurter in Rocky.
I do remember that.
And
I went to go see that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's a very different character. And our director, our executive director, Adrian Dobson, she said this is going to be a challenge for you, and she was telling the truth. It is in the movie. I remember him being very stoic, and I think that I approach him very differently. He does have some emotion, and he does show a little bit of light. And as he opens up to Maria and to his friend and his fiance, who is very interesting as well. So it is a challenge, I will say. I am learning a lot about myself through just playing this character. Yeah, so
I gotcha. And what got either of you into acting in the first place?
Oh, goodness. I'm in a very musical family. My mom and dad both are very good singers, and my older sisters both did productions. And so I think it was more of just like, oh, if they're doing it, then you'll do it too. But it grew into something that I really love, and now I'm the only sibling who still does musical stuff. But I love it, all of that aspect. I was also in dance classes when I was little, so I feel like that fits into it. But yes, just all the things.
Nice. She's very good too. What was the first? I can't remember the first show that I saw her. Was it Sister Act?
Oh yeah,
she was amazing. I've done plays all throughout my childhood, and my grandmother sang. My mom's a singer, and I sang and toured with a band for about 10 years. So it's just kind of in my blood. And so I found the theater company 5 years ago, last month, and I found it on a whim. So I've been doing shows there now since 2019, right before COVID. Mm-hmm. So it's been wonderful to still have that ability to act and do it in the community.
And I heard earlier that you have a lot going on with working at Texas A&M.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Working at Texas A&M, I have a TEDx talk coming up and some fish camp things that I'm doing. It's been a whole lot, but it's been great. I'm settling into the role. Fine, like we open on Friday,
right?
We just rehearsed the scene that we hadn't really had an opportunity to rehearse, and it was. I'm gonna brag on Adrian. I've been a little frazzled because I was under the weather, so there's a lot of things that I didn't have time to rehearse, and Adrian just said relax. She just says relax, and it helped a whole lot. So finding Captain Von Trapp and understanding his relationship to Maria has been really, really, really rewarding and great for me. So.
Yeah, for sure. And with The Sound of Music, I understand it's a very timeless tale. So what do you hope audiences leave with after they leave the theater?
Oh, goodness, that's such a tough question. I think for me personally, it's just like that you leave with like a sense of family. Also, like family's always been something that's so important to me, having more siblings than average, I would say. You see so many different types of love in this show. You see the relationship between Mother Abbess and Maria, and you see the relationship with Maria and the children, and Maria and the captain. There's just so many different relationships. So I just really hope that people leave with like to cling to those who you love. I think that's a really important message.
For sure.
I think that as I learn more about the show and I get into character, I see that Captain Von Trapp would do anything to protect his family. And Mary, even though Maria is in his blood family, she's someone that he cares deeply about. And towards the end of the show, he had to make a decision, a very important one, whether he would go with the flow, or he would go against the grain and do what he needs to do and stand on his morals. And that's one thing that I hope people walk away with, knowing that sometimes you have to make the difficult decision in order to support your family and friends.
Yeah, for sure. And I imagine you guys are still going to be doing theater in the future, so you have any plans, anything you want to get into? Or
there's some shows coming up that I'd be interested. I will say, when you audition and decide to do a show, it is a commitment.
For sure, yeah.
And even though I get excited, sometimes I forget that it is a commitment, that, Monday through Sunday, you're
every day that
booked.
ends in
You're
day,
booked.
yeah.
I thought, oh, I'm going to go see my mom this weekend. And it's like, oh, no, you have a show this weekend. You won't be doing any of that. But it's a commitment. But you also, I think what it's teaching me, so this is the first show that I've been in where there are a lot of children. I have 7 of them. We all look alike. But I'm also learning, how to set a good example, for the kids. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a learning experience for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope I'm still doing stuff, I am, I don't know if I can say this, but I am choreographing one of the bigger shows this season, so I'm really excited about that. They can't get rid of me. I'm going to stick around.
There's HEB, okay? There's Joann's Fabric. Behind HEB and Joann's Fabric on Villa Maria is where you can find us. Parking is not too bad. We move our cars out of the way so that people can park there. It's a very friendly theater. There's concessions. And just watch out for little kids running around, okay? They will be running in the aisles, so please be mindful that there are some little Von Trapp children running around the aisles. But bring your children. I don't think there's a lot of loud noise. There's some thunder, but I think that children will enjoy it. I think that parents will. One thing I love about the theater company is that it's a show that you've seen and you've heard before, but there's just so much beauty in the cast because, I'm playing Captain Von Trapp. You typically wouldn't see me in that role, but I trust the directors and I trust the people that made the decisions to cast. And it really is family at the theater company. And I'll be forever appreciative of the opportunities to get on stage every single time. Shout out to Adrian.
Yes, no, I would say the same thing. It's a family show. It's for everybody, really. And I think that's also what makes the show so special. That's something that you can enjoy with your family. And especially when we open on Valentine's Day. If you don't have plans.
Yeah, there you go.
Very romantic evening at the theater.
Bring some flowers, bring some chocolates. You're good to go.
Yes, please bring me chocolates.
Never against chocolates. All right, well, break a leg during your tech week. And thank you once again for meeting with me. And stay tuned for more Spotlight On.